Welcome to Reality Tea Times 2, the podcast where we discuss all the trash reality TV we love to hate. I'm Tanika, and today we are going to be discussing finally 90 Day UK. But before we head into that, let's do some hot goss. So, 90 Day, Angela Deem has filed for an annulment from Michael months after he arrived in America, and this was per In Touch. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, Angela submitted her complaint on June 20th in Georgia court. In her filing, Angela said she married Michael on January 27th of 2020 in Nigeria. The paperwork said, quote, "The parties have continuously lived in a state of separation for 30 days preceding this filing." Angela said her grounds for annulment are that Michael, quote, fraudulently induced, her into a marriage, quote, for the purpose of gaining legal permanent residence status in the United States. Her petition, first reported by Sarcasm, said, quote, after Michael abandoned Angela, Angela discovered that Michael was engaged in a conspiracy with other Nigerian men to induce U.S. citizens into marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent residence status. Angela said, quote, there are no minor children as issues of this marriage and none are expected. No shit. In addition, she claimed there was no joint property or joint debt to be divided. She asked that her last name be restored to Deem. Angela also asked that Michael be ordered to pay a reasonable amount of attorney fees and court costs in the case. Angela filed a declaration explaining she cannot find Michael. She said, quote, a diligent search has been made and Michael cannot be found within the state. I do not know where Michael lives or where Michael can be found. She listed his last known address as her home in Hazelhurst, Georgia. She said he lived there until February 1st, but, quote, no longer lives there. Angela added, quote, I have made the following efforts to find Michael. She said that he, quote, is not from this country and that she does not have contacts for his family in Nigeria. Angela claimed, quote, he abandoned the marital residence in Hazelhurst and he has not contacted me. He only arrived in this country in December of 2023, so I do not have any information about his known associates. Her lawyer asked for permission to serve Michael the paperwork by placing an advertisement in the local paper instead of hiring a process server, since she doesn't know his location. Do a damn skip trace. A judge signed off on the request, though. Ridiculous. Quote, it appearing by affidavit that the above-named respondent on whom service is to be made in this case resides out of the state or has departed from the state or after due diligence cannot be found within the state of Georgia or conceals himself to avoid service of the summons and to further appearing either by affidavit or by verified complaint on file that a claim exists against the respondent in respect to whom service is made and that he is a necessary or proper party to the action. So Michael has responded, and Michael has said the following. He responded first of all by social media post. Just hours after it was revealed on August 7th that Angela filed for annulment from Michael, the Nigerian native took to his Instagram story to share a photo of a fortune cookie slip that read, quote, the best is yet to come. While Michael didn't add any context to the photo and uploaded it without the caption, with the fortune seemingly hinted at his optimistic views for the future. So there you go. That's his response. Let's move forward to the next thing. Gino apparently has been filmed with, or at least spotted filming with a mystery woman. A mystery brunette woman. Let's get into it. So he was recently caught filming with a mystery brunette in Las Vegas. A 90 Day Fiancé fan captured footage of the duo and shared it with 90 Day Fiancé Update on Instagram. In the video, Gino and the unidentified woman, who by the way resembles Jasmine, stands in close proximity as they enter the -5 Ice Bar in Vegas. The second slide in the Instagram post featured an up-close shot of Gino and the Jasmine look-alike. Gino wore a floral button-down shirt and a backward hat for the scene. His companion wore a form-fitting pink dress and her long dark hair looked much like Jasmine's. Although her profile indicated that she wasn't Gino's wife, the caption insinuated that perhaps she was indeed Jasmine. At 90 Day Fiancé update captioned the post, quote, Gino was spotted August 6th, filming in Vegas with Jasmine or a Jasmine lookalike, question mark? The person who caught this moment said they called her Jasmine. It's hard to tell with her face changing every few years. They were going into the Dreambox 360 5DX projection theater at the Ice Bar. Thank you to my follower who spotted them and got the footage. So you can take a look at that if you want to. Some people have actually insinuated that this lookalike is actually Larissa, because there has been rumors that Larissa is filming again for The Single Life. So someone by the name of Lulu2072 wrote, "Isn't that Goldie's ex?" Another commenter was convinced the woman was definitely not Jasmine. Someone else said, "It looks like Larissa, please no," at another Instagram user. As at 90 Day Fiancé update pointed out, Larissa lives in Las Vegas, so you never know. Some felt the woman looked too young and natural looking to be Jasmine, calling her Jasmine 2.0. So then in that case, it also couldn't be Larissa. Fellow 90 Day Fiancé star Tom Brooks added his 2 cents. Of course he fucking did. Writing that Gino's mystery lady was, quote, way better looking than Jasmine. Sir, you don't even have a leg to stand on. Let's continue. More commenters noted that the female in question was not Jasmine, but instead her younger lookalike. As Monsters and Critics previously reported, Gino and Jasmine have reportedly been filming for a new season of the 90 Day The Single Life, same season, following their alleged split. According to Shabooti on Instagram, both Gino and Jasmine are filming for the 90 Day Fiancé spinoff with their respective new love interests. So we'll see. Word on the street is that Jasmine had an affair with a man she met at Planet Fitness. Shit. However, ironically, Gino's rumored girlfriend turned out to be the man Jasmine met's ex. Whoa. According to Gino, he and the brown-haired beauty are just good friends. The unidentified woman whose Instagram handle is at Lamia0450 contacted at Kiki and Kibitz to support Gino's claim that they're just friends. So according to her name is Lamia, Gino contacted her when he suspected Jasmine was cheating on him, and the two bonded over their respective exes. So there you go. But that's it for Hot Goss. So now we're going to transition into 90 Day UK. And of course, as promised, we do have Ava for this. So I'm going to transition into that now. All right. So here we are talking 90 Day UK. I know it's about a week late, but that is okay. We're not the only podcast that's a week late on the UK, so it's fine. And we are going to talk the tell-all. And of course, like I mentioned last week, we have Ava to talk this tell-all. And just going to talk like the stories in general, you know? See what our thoughts and our feelings are on these people.
Yeah, for sure. We can start on a happy note because, I really want to say I love you, chicken.
I love you, chicken.
And the latest hit, Perer, mami, perer. No idea what it means.
No idea, but it's a banger.
It's a banger. Another one.
And I love that he performed at the end of the tell-all, and I'm like, the song sounds
loved it, and everybody was engaging. I loved that. Did you see Sprite?
Yeah, he was getting down.
Sprite was getting down. I was like, I've never seen him smile, first of all.
He rarely smiles.
So that moment, I was like, what? He's not a robot? Like he has emotions and feelings. Like, what is this? Is he having a good time? Like it was really nice to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was getting it.
Definitely a better concert.
He was actually like twerking on.
He was twerking.
He was twerking on the chicken guy, and the chicken guy kind of moved away.
Yeah, no.
That I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't see him twerking on Jose. I didn't know. I know he was twerking. I
Like
just didn't catch
he
who he
was
was
like
twerking on.
he was like kind of bubbling on him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, looks like a good time. Big hit.
Yeah.
They gave him the platform, you know? He felt nice. You could tell. Like
Yeah. I mean,
he
they've
had
given the platform to like Darcy and Stacey before, and definitely a different feeling.
yeah.
Not as great of a song.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
I wish I remembered that song. I cannot remember it for the life of me, but they would say it like all the time. I
yeah.
can't remember what it was now.
Me either. When are they coming?
Anyway,
Are you
I,
coming back?
I mean, people are upset that they apparently canceled them. I'm just not sure if they're going to bring them back. We want to see her get married to Georgie. You want to see it. Like,
Yeah. But
I,
she's married because I don't keep up with them.
I think they're still married.
Did you know you have to like request to follow her? Because I looked her up one time and I was like,
You
request
have
to
to
follow.
request to follow her?
You're a friggin' public
I thought I'm
figure.
already following her.
Yeah.
I don't
I think I
remember.
requested and it took like a couple days for me to like get
Why do you have
approved.
to
And then I was like,
request to follow her?
yeah. And then I unfollowed her like immediately. I just went to like scan and see like what's going on, like where you at? Like what are you doing? And then I just like unfollowed because that was weird.
That's weird. That's a
Yeah.
weird choice.
Yeah.
Apparently she has like a bracelet or a necklace. I think it's a choker that says in all holes, HOLES. And I saw this and someone commented, it's like, it's great when you can tell your dad that you created this business as like a memorial thing or for your dead brother, and that is what you decide to use as one of your products.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Oh,
anyways, whatever. You do you.
yeah. Wow. Okay.
It is what it is. But anyways,
Mhm.
enough of the crazy Americans. Let's talk the crazy British people, UK people.
I was gonna say Ukrainians, but
UK, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And
yeah,
it's not
that
just British people. There's also,
yeah.
I guess mainly most of them are actually from England. I don't think
Mhm.
any of them are from like Scotland or Ireland or
Yeah.
Wales. There's no one ever from Wales. Anyways,
Yeah.
because I'm like, what countries does make up the UK? Because I'm a dummy.
Yeah.
And
Same, same.
my boyfriend's like, it's England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Because he used to live in England. So he was like, those are the four places. Okay.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, I saw crazy people. So we have a new host this time. Apparently, she is on the Great British Bake Off. I don't watch the show, so I don't know
Mhm.
much about it. But what did you think about her before we kind of head into it?
She was very involved, like on a different level. Like, cause all I know is Sean Robinson, right?
Yeah,
Is it Sean?
Sean Robinson. Yeah,
So like, I'm like comparing the two, and I'm just like, Sean is just like shady. She's giving tea. She's digging. She's prying, but she stays seated, okay? And she's
yeah,
sing and like, just moving it right along. This lady is like coddling, hugging. Do you need a moment? Here's a tissue. And it's
so the
like,
difference is people actually prefer a host like that over Sean
what?
Robinson. Yeah.
I don't.
I like Sean Robinson because she's been a part of this for so long. But people actually, I don't know if it's so much that they want like the coddling aspect of it. Like I think the first host was okay. Like she was funny. She was, she gave the shade or whatever. Maybe this one's a little more coddly. But I think a lot of viewers who watch these different shows want someone who's more invested than Sean Robinson is, who actually watches the
Sean is,
show.
I
She's
think
not.
Sean is,
She's not. She doesn't watch the show. So that right there means you're not that invested.
no?
She doesn't watch the show. She's admitted she does not watch the show.
So how is she the host and she doesn't?
Exactly. She mentioned, I think she mentioned,
Me.
yeah, she mentioned on Bears All, I believe, that she doesn't watch the show. She does not watch the show. Or maybe it was an interview. I can't remember, but I've definitely found out a few years back that she does not watch the show. She's not invested in the show. She's invested in, I guess, in the sense of she knows the people
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. Um, Obviously, like when you have people like in HEA or who've been a part of this show for a while, she knows them in that sense, but she does not watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have people in the UK hosts that clearly watch the show, that's where they get the leg up because you
And
actually
I
are
will say
invested.
that I didn't see her with any like flashcards or anything.
Yeah.
Did she have flashcards? I feel
I'm
like
not sure if she
the key
did.
card, like nothing. So I could tell she had a more relaxed vibe and she was able to kind of like, just ask questions,
Yeah.
off the top. But like, I don't know. I still prefer Sean. I like her style. I like her directness. I just like her. I prefer her style.
Sometimes she's direct, sometimes she's not. Sometimes she asks the questions everyone wants asked, sometimes she doesn't. So that's the problem. But I give her a lot of leeway because, again, if you saw the 10-hour leak to tell all, which was like a few years back, I think it was Ed's first season, you know that you have Barbara in your ear and you have like it's this big thing and it's a lot on her. So I think I give her a lot of leeway because of that. But I think it's just the main thing is people want her to watch the show and she just doesn't. Or they want a host that watch the show. But people out there kind of being like, can we get this new host to host the other one? And let's start a petition to get Sean off the show. It's never gonna happen.
Oh, wow.
Sean is never leaving until she retires.
Yeah.
So deal with it, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
else to
don't
say.
I don't have a problem with her, but I get it. I get it's
Yeah.
just so I get it. But this host, she was okay. She was witty.
Yeah.
Witty.
Wait. She was nice. She was okay. I preferred the other host because she was sassy. She still watched the show and was invested, but she was sassy. And I
Yeah.
think that's what was fun about it. But maybe they wanted to have a British host, and that host isn't British. She's Canadian. So I don't know if maybe that was part of it. I don't know.
This one was just too nice. I don't know. It was just kind of a bit lackluster just because she was so like, are you okay? Do you need I don't know. I mean, I feel like she wasn't like hard hitting in some moments, like, just because she was too nice, just going about it all too nice. And I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
me though. Yeah. But it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. So yeah, we see kind of everyone kind of filing in. Nicole is due in a month. I wasn't expecting that
Yeah.
based on the size of her stomach. I'm like, bitch. But again, I had a friend the same thing that I saw her like she was 7 months pregnant, and I'm like, where?
Yeah.
But she carried in her back, so I think that was why. But like, yeah, I'm like, well, where?
When you're like already super petite and it's your first baby on top of that, like
Yeah,
sometimes it looks, yeah. Because I
yeah,
remember me, like my first time, I was not showing until I was like 6 months,
yeah,
really tiny.
yeah. But she's 8 months, and it's
Yeah.
like maybe, the last month for her, we'll never know. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's could happen. But
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, Charlotte says she sees similarities with Ali and okay. She says Johan. I'm like, girl, it's
I know.
Johan. It's Johan. It just because it's a J, it's not Johan. They don't pronounce the J like a J. No, it
Is
drives
it
me
because maybe he
nuts.
thinks it's like a British thing, so he kind of leaves
Let
it?
let let
Like,
leave alone, yeah.
yeah, maybe he
But I'm
thinks that.
like I know like reality gays, they're like maybe we should have stick to calling him Johan because she does. I'm like, I refuse. I
Yeah.
refuse because it's not Johan, it's Johan.
Yeah.
Because you do not pronounce the J like a J. You pronounce
Yeah.
it like a Y.
I know. It drove me crazy
Drove
the
me
whole
nuts.
season. Yeah. It's horrible.
Anyway, but yeah, she says she's not comfortable with Tony. Same girl, same. I'm also not comfortable with Tony. We'll talk about them in a minute, but they do walk in and Charlotte is like, you should be expecting tough questions, Tony, and whatever. And yeah, because I got a few. And Jamie's just an oddball. He's just an oddball.
Hmm.
Oh man. We'll get to him in a minute. Um, I couldn't remember her name while I was writing my notes, so I literally just wrote Chicken and Jose. Or and I'm
Is
like,
it Nicole?
no, it's Louise, but
Oh my
I,
God.
I call her Chicken in my notes. I'm like, what's your name again? We're just gonna call you Chicken.
Oh my chicken lady, Mrs. Chicken.
Oh shit. Okay,
Wow.
I don't apologize. Um, but yeah, they
Wow.
come and did you notice like they were never in the green room with everybody else? They were like clearly off somewhere else because they're UK royalty, I guess. They're just in
Oh.
their own space. I'm like, where's Chicken and Jose? Like,
As they should. How do you
I,
mean?
I mean,
Just
yeah, I guess so. It's
let
just
them
like
know.
it gets the air of I'm better than you. I kind of don't like that. Anyway,
Mhm.
um, so I don't know how you felt about this, but it felt gross to me. There's something gross about two white men talking about dating Asian women. Then I'm like, this feels icky because it
Wait,
was so
who was?
it was Tony and Jamie talking about dating Asian women.
Okay.
Obviously, two men who, I mean, I don't know Tony's history with like his relationships, but Jamie has dated a lot of Asian women
Mhm.
and it's kind of fetishizes Asian women.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh, I know it's a thing, but it felt so gross
Mhm.
watching them talk about it. And I'm like, can you stop it? Because
Yeah.
it was gross to me. Um, again, like I'm sorry, no offense, white men. I mean, it's probably not a lot of you, but sorry, white men who date Asian women. You date Asian women because they're submissive and you just don't want to deal with someone who has a voice. Some of
Mhm.
you, not all of you, some of
Because
you.
they're passive,
Yeah. I,
specifically Thai Filipinos, because they and they
yes.
also have that nurturing aspect, right? That they love,
Yes.
like to take care, pamper, massage, do the.
So yeah, they kind of was like, it's tough for us men. I'm like, what the fuck? So tough for you men. Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
Jamie says, I wish I could be as assertive as you. He says it to Tony. And I'm like, no,
No.
no, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
No one needs to be as assertive as Tony. Tony
Gross.
is gross.
He's gross.
Um, so Johan is going to start shit. I think that's what it's, is that no John, not Johan. Johan's not here. John says that he's gonna start some shit. And I'm like, which he kind of didn't. I was waiting
Mhm.
for the shit to start and I mean he tried and then it just completely didn't go accordingly. I was expecting more shit to be started, I guess.
Because
From
Sprite wears the pants. So Sprite was like, yo,
yo,
what do
stop
you
it.
stop?
Bright didn't
I-
get the memo
yeah.
on the shit starting. So and I think like anyone who would be okay with the shit starting would be Sprite because Sprite is a sassy queen. So I would
Mhm.
figure he would have started the shit, but he didn't. So,
Yeah.
or at
I was
least be okay with the shit.
pleasantly surprised with Sprite at this tell-all. Just the way
Yeah,
like everything, the way he was acting.
level-headed
Yeah, the things
for
he
the most
was
part.
saying, the emotions,
Yeah,
crying. I was
I wasn't
like,
expecting that.
hey,
And then you just have John being like, "I'm gonna start shit," and it's like,
yeah.
John, sit down. You
Yeah.
can't even make a cake. Sit down, please, sir. Please sit. Um,
Like, John, go make me them eggs. How are the eggs coming along? Like, Shuddy, you're
give me
not doing it.
eggs. Two.
Make me eggs. Make me two eggs
Give me
now.
2 eggs now. Anyways. Um, yeah, so he basically decides he's going to be lying about whether or not Sprite is here, which I just didn't understand the motivation of this.
Yeah. Like, what was that supposed to accomplish? To set everybody up to talk shit about Sprite?
Basically, but everyone's going to feel comfortable to talk shit about Sprite because
Yeah.
Sprite's not here. Like,
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a bitchy gay, he says, and I'm all for a bitchy gay. I love a bitchy gay, but if you're going to say you're gonna be a bitchy gay, then please deliver and be a bitchy gay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, please don't try. Leave it to Sprite.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
so this host is very excited for this whole thing. Um, and then we have like this three strike rule that John has, which again, didn't see you implement the three strike rule. What was going to happen once the three strikes happened? You didn't tell us. What was this?
Mhm.
I wrote down, calm down, honey. So there you go. And things are not great with Jamie and Kathleen. Surprise, surprise to absolutely nobody. We'll talk about
She
all of
didn't
that.
even chime in, like no video call, no nothing.
No, that's true. She wasn't
Mm,
there at all.
yeah.
She had to work apparently, which whatever,
Mm.
I guess. Um, so first we talk Charlotte. Because now we're starting the tell all. Now we're going to start with Charlotte first. Before we talk about what happened with the tell all, what did you think about the whole thing with Charlotte and Johan?
Like their whole
The
relationship.
whole relationship, the whole storyline.
I mean, this is like deja vu, right? Like we're having it feels like the real Johan and what's
Danielle
her
and Johan, or who
yes.
I call miserable bitch. Yeah, I
Yeah,
said that.
yes. Okay, so miserable bitch and Johan, like it's just like it's the same thing.
It is the exact same thing.
They
He
got
worked at a
married.
hotel
He
as
works
an
in a hotel.
entertainer.
Exactly.
Older, well, I mean, Danielle's a little older than Charlotte, but older, foreign woman
Yeah.
gets married.
He wants all her money. He wants a rich American. He wants to be taken care of. He wants her money. Like he has other girls on the side. Like it's the
Yeah,
same thing. So it was a big
same thing.
move for me. And I also thought of Chantel and Pedro because I was like, this is what Chantel wanted Pedro to be like in the end, to say that he was
Yeah,
not
but she's
with.
not gonna get that from Pedro because I do think Pedro loved her.
Loved her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I didn't think that when it first aired and I was watching
Oh,
it was
really?
when I watched it back. Like I took it from the top to the bottom and I
Mm-hmm.
watched all the seasons and I was
Okay.
like, no fucking way. I'm not with this girl. I'm not on her side. Because I was kind of protective of her. She's a little ditzy to me.
A little
But
bit.
like, but
Well, did you see her mother?
yeah, right. It just makes all kinds of sense.
Yeah.
But um yeah, so it kind of like took me there and then but anyway, what I'm trying to say is it all the signs were there and she just did not want to pick them up and like take them for what they were. She was just like this is my moment. I'm gonna have babies and like you know what I mean? So she kind of had tunnel vision on that. She just want to get her life started and then,
Yeah.
her dad
Because she's
passing.
older and
Yeah.
all her
So
friends and yeah.
it's the same old story, right? So but to be honest, I didn't feel bad for her.
I didn't either. I mean, I felt bad that she was going through this at all because I mean, when you get married to somebody and this is when you find out all of this shit, it's like you kind of want to hope you find it out before you marry somebody.
Yeah.
So I totally get that part of it. But you are as 30, what was it, 35-year-old woman who's
Hmm.
so desperate to be pregnant because your friends are getting pregnant, which I understand that. However, it's not enough to
Yeah.
just put yourself in the situation.
Yeah.
And all of the signs were there that this guy,
Them.
the age alone should have been an indication.
Yeah.
He's 20, what, one? And you're 35. Why do you think a 21-year-old wants to be with you? My brother's
Right.
21. I
Oh
can't
God.
picture him being married.
Oh,
You
oh,
know what I
oh.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
no.
If every time you meet up with this guy and he's asking you for money, or he's like, "Oh, my mom's saying this is happening, the roof, the this,
His
the
mom, like, I don't want to say his mom's not ill, but she's like 37 years old.
well,
She's a little
according,
older than us.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I feel broke up too, but not to that extent. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I don't know. It seems that his whole family's in on it. No,
I would think so.
because according to like what's revealed at the tell-all, like it seems to be a thing. The women who have come forward, they've said the same thing. Oh, his mom needed this, his grandma needed medication, blah blah blah, whatever. So it's like it's
A
kind of like
100%.
which is
If
crazy.
not the entire immediate family, at least his mother
Yeah.
is in on it. Because how do you need a roof from Charlotte, but then you potentially also need a roof from another woman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly his mother is in on it.
Yeah. That's
So
that's disgusting.
it is disgusting.
Yeah.
He's sick in his own way, but so
Hmm.
is his mom.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to defend him, but in their country, they're not like, you know what I mean? It's hard to find jobs.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
get
to
it.
find, it's hard to make a real living, and times are hard out there. So that's why they turn to scamming and doing all these,
Yeah.
type of things. Same with, you know,
No, I understand that it's hard.
yeah,
Obviously like my family, your family come from the same country that it's hard to find jobs as well. However, doing this,
mhm,
taking hard-earned money, like if I was in Charlotte's position, I don't
mhm,
care how bad off you are. I don't care how hard it is to find a job. I don't care because you've taken now my hard-earned money that I could have been taking somewhere else. And that's partially on you. You
yeah,
have to know when to stop and know when to put the line, like when to put the boundary in. But I would be pissed as well.
yeah.
You don't do that to people. And it's not like he isn't
I'm saying
working.
that's what's driving them to do it, right? Because
Yeah.
there's or their government's not helping out in the way that
Yeah.
they should, right? So it's like this is what they turn to,
Yeah. But it's
unfortunately.
not like
Like,
he wasn't working. He is working. It may not be enough, but he is working.
not enough, yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like he doesn't have the capabilities of doing something. Look at Pedro's mom. We were just talking about about him.
Yeah.
Lydia's a lawyer.
Hmm.
So it's not like you're not incapable of getting a job,
Yeah.
getting a career. It might be hard, but it's not impossible. So yeah, it's
Hmm.
yeah, I don't care how bad off you are. You don't scam other people out of money
Yeah.
because you wouldn't like it if the tables were turned,
Right.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to have like sympathy for him because of that because it's just not enough
I mean, no,
personally
I,
for
I
me.
don't I don't have sympathy for him. I'm just saying what's driving them
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to do that kind of stuff. And I don't have sympathy for Charlotte either because she's a grown ass woman
yeah.
and common sense was not kicking in because all the signs were there.
Her
Like
family
as
and
soon
friends
as
were
I saw
telling
this guy,
her
I was like, hell no, he looks like a child.
he is a
Like
child.
he like
He is a child.
yeah,
He's 21.
yeah,
He's a child.
yeah. But I mean, he had to learn. People like that, they have to learn, right? They have to see and feel and go through it
That
to believe
was literally about to
it
say,
happen.
who does
So
not hear will feel.
we'll
And
feel.
that is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I
It,
don't feel sorry for her. Sorry, girl.
um, so yeah, at the tell-all, she says that, I should have listened to everyone. Yeah, you should have. You should have also just had common sense. Again, like
Mhm.
I would not, no, me at 33, I would not date a guy who is under the age of 30.
Yeah,
Like I just wouldn't.
same.
Because they're
That's
just in,
well, unless they present as rich and very mature, and there might be some leeway on that.
my
I
my
might.
my Boston John's coming out. Um, she says that she has talked to Johan. He has admitted everything. That's a start, I guess. And he did say that he wanted to get back together. Of course he does, because you are the cash cow. Okay, so we're in sync here.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, why wouldn't you get back with somebody? Because he feels like he can still have her and pull on
Yeah,
her strings. He knows the type of
yeah,
giving woman that she is. This is the woman that left a credit card with him. I don't know if it was like a prepaid credit card
that's what I'm
situation,
saying.
But she left a card with
And
him.
she's not
And
the
he's
only
like,
one who did it. What's her
right?
face? Samantha,
And
Sam?
it's
She
like,
did the same thing.
it's like, whatever I need, I will take.
That's what
Did you remember when he said that? Whatever I need.
No, I don't remember him saying that, but I can't believe he said it.
Oh. When she was leaving that last time
Yeah.
before he went
Before
back
they
to
got
the vet.
married. Yeah.
Yeah. She left him the card and he was like, whatever I need, I will take.
And you see,
He's
here's the thing. She could have found out all this information prior to marrying him if she didn't feel the need to rush to marry him, um, because of her dad.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, my brother's awake.
I don't know. I don't know. This I almost feel like too, maybe that was an excuse for her too, to like push him to do it faster. Like you never know. Like I'm not trying to say, life isn't short, what happened with her dad, da 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 da. Da. But at the same time, it was almost like, let me use this to like tie him down faster and get this going kind of thing, Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
I think she
she
just really wanted to marry him and she wanted to just push it and do it. And she didn't want no big lavish wedding or nothing. Like she just
which is
wanted to,
fine. You
yeah.
don't have to have a big lavish wedding, but like you also didn't have to rush
Kind of
because
them to want a big lavish wedding when you're scamming the shit out of this woman. Like, what
that's
are
what
you
I'm
doing?
saying. You want to
Like,
have like 80 to 100 people, your own people, coming here and seeing this wedding. Yet
yeah,
you have,
girl,
Trixie and
yeah,
Pam and whoever the hell else
yeah.
on the
Like, what was
side.
the motivation? Like, what if she said, yeah, yeah, let's do it up, let's do a big ass wedding? Like, what?
What? Exactly. I mean, maybe it's a wedding that prompted the people to come forward because like the show hadn't aired yet, so it's not like, he's upfront and personal in that sense.
Yeah.
Maybe he posted things on Instagram or whatever, and people saw it, and that's what pushed them to say something to her. But
No, but she posted something on Facebook, didn't
no,
she?
but the original person who came forward to her, we don't really know exactly like what prompted that person to come
Okay.
forward. She did the post after that.
Okay.
Yeah. But like
Wow.
the one thing too that I thought about was that I did feel sorry for her, like as a person who is actively in that place trying to have children. When
Mhm.
he sent her that video or that GIF
Yeah.
or whatever of the
Yeah.
little child rubbing their
Yeah.
father's
What
back,
an
that
asshole.
was sick.
Yeah, I was fuming. I was
I was
fuming.
fuming. I was like, no, you're playing to
Yeah.
her wants and her needs, and that want and that need is so guttural, and
Yeah.
you're playing to that. It's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
And that's partially why too he probably is going to her and using that as like, I really want to get back with you because I want to have kids with you. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You just
Disgusting.
want her money. Because
Yeah.
what would have happened if she did get pregnant? Then what? Can you imagine?
Yeah. You know what? Sad to say, even if she did end up pregnant, I feel like she would low-key keep it just because.
Oh, for sure she would keep it, which I'm not surprised if she would keep it. I wouldn't even I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, like oh like get rid of that or whatever. I think she should keep it and
Mhm.
do what she needs to do on her own because you can't rely on him.
Yeah.
Even if she did get if they were still together and she got pregnant, he's not there.
Mhm.
He's not gonna be able to
I'm
support her or
glad
help
she's not
her.
because I feel like she would probably let him back in eventually.
Exactly.
I
That's
feel like
that's part of the problem.
that's the real problem.
Yeah. Especially because I think her parents weren't together and probably hadn't been together for a while. She probably doesn't want to have a broken home because
Yeah.
she probably was a part of a broken home.
Hmm.
So, um, so yeah, she said that, he's deluded and he said that so in terms of the divorce, said that give me 10 days and you'll be a free woman. What? I mean, even a simple divorce takes longer than 10 days.
Right.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, my simple ass divorce still took like a year and a half,
Wow.
not even 10 days. It was weird. I mean, I don't know.
Like my
Um,
thing is girl, why did you not go back there and take care of that? You're
She
gonna trust
probably
this
could have
scamming
taken
ass
care of
man
it
where?
from England.
Wherever. Why isn't
Yeah.
she taking care of it? Why are you relying on this scamming ass man to send you some fraudulent papers? Oh yeah, I took care of it. We're divorced.
Yeah.
And then low key you're not, and then who knows?
That
He might be taking out
exactly.
cards and whatever in your name in his country and
Yeah.
doing like, come on, come on.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. You need to do your research. Like
He's giving
from
me sloppy. Like she is not on the ball when it
no,
comes to this whole thing. Like this is
no.
why I can't feel sorry for her. It's like just dumb. Just all of it.
She so like when I had to do my divorce, he was already in Jamaica. You have to do your research. There are like I don't know how it is in England, but here in Canada, there are some countries that you can do the divorce from here. It takes a little longer, but you can do it,
Mhm.
you know? So from England, I don't know if she can, but do your research and find out if you can go through with this divorce from England in the Dominican Republic. If not, you've wasted your money and gone over there how many times to see him. Take your
Exactly.
money and go over there and get a divorce at least started.
Exactly.
Like, you know where he lives. If you have to serve him or have someone else serve him, whatever, you can do all of that. It's a
Exactly.
long process and it's a tedious process, but it can be done.
Yeah.
I would not be like when she said that, I'm like, wait a minute, you're relying on him to do this fucking divorce? Why aren't you doing it?
And the part where he said like basically you have to pay for it because he's like the divorce is the
He
divorce
won't do
is
it
there.
until she pays for it.
Yeah. Because she thought in 10 days they were going to be divorced. And he was like, no, it's 10 days after you pay for it.
Yeah. 10 days. She's like, ring, ring, ring. Am I divorced yet? And he's like, oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. 10 days from when you pay for it.
Right. And of course, it's
And
going
how much is that?
the money. And then you're going to have to send it to him, not to the actual place that's taking care of it. Right.
Exactly. And then he's going to take that
It's
money.
on. Yeah.
Exactly. He's still
And
going
it's
to
going to be
play
more
you.
expensive because, oh, yeah, oh, it's not that easy, actually. And, this came up, but, oh, it didn't go through. And, oh,
Oh, this has to come up. Oh, here's this.
oh
Yeah. And
yeah.
then here's the fake
Yeah.
documentation of our fake ass divorce.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway, so yeah, I don't even know. Did she say anything about getting this done on her own? Or is she still waiting around twiddling her thumbs, waiting for him to figure it out? Like, was there any resolution?
I don't think so. I don't think they said. I think after she said that she had to pay for it, then that was it. And they moved on. I don't
Okay.
think there was anything else, which is very interesting.
God. Okay. So they do ask like how many girls has there been? And she says about 50. This man is
5-0.
50.
Yeah.
This man's busy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can barely handle the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no. So
Think that this scam runs deeper. Do you think that if he's juggling 50 women,
hey everyone, so I do have another song for you to take a listen to. So this song is by EOD Bizzle, and the song is called Sun Goes Down. I did get this song from the PodSafe music directory on the World Podcast Network. So if you do like the song, you can go down to the show notes where there will be links to the song for you to either listen to or download. And again, that would also include the link from the PodSafe music directory on the World Podcast Network. So without further ado, I am going to play that song for you now.
As the sun goes down.
Oh yeah, Evan, that's the one right here.
As the sun goes down, don't nobody know how I'm feeling right now. As the sun goes down, don't nobody know how I'm feeling right swipe it like a Visa. Hey, it's nice to meet you. Admiring all your features. Hey, 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 hey. I got demons at the door, we gotta keep them at bay. Cause when the sun goes down, I don't wanna be around. Please don't leave me with a frown. No, don't treat me like a clown. I be up when I get down. Clip shoot 100 on rounds. Icicles on my sound. This shit by myself. It's just us, EOD. Mix it up, try to get it remedy. Unique nigga know she gon' remember. Ayy, walked in quick, had to bless her, sneeze. Chain from her feet to her fucking knees. Walked through the door, I got the fucking keys. Bag up, Bobby, let me fucking breathe. Bag little foreign, that's another breed. You just listen to it, you don't wanna read. Scabble on my side, do a surgery. Had to tell the gang, no murders, please. Had to tell the gang, no murders, please. You can take it all you can put it on me. I ain't smoking in the room, but the weed got seeds. If I step up in it, I'ma probably need a D. Purchase and shit. She just a junkie with Perkins and shit. I'm in the jungle with murders and shit. It wasn't a fiction, of this shit legit. Hey, pull up and aim and we sending a heat. I saw the water, I treat like a fish. I never thought I would see me like this. I never thought I would beat it like this. Walked in the studio, seeing no shit. Real bad vibes, I don't even wanna feel it. Real vibes, I don't even got a trip. Hop up in the cool, nigga might take a trip. Hey, it on Jane, only in chips. Young nigga really got juice in my drip. Hey, please don't play, little bitch, don't slip. Hey, juice, that boy had a minute, make him. Got some bitch shit here, but the racks ain't shit. Got a train today, might just take him to the gym. Shoot away fade, might just ball about the room. Had to check again, but we not one of them. Ay, had to check again, but we not one of them. Might have seen planes, I put it on film. Every time they see it, I already know it's him. Cause to the kid, I'ma singing like a hymn. Going off the edge, we gon' hang off on the limb. Said it that whenever we keep going till we see him. Everybody tryna be just like them. As the sun it goes down, don't nobody know how I'm feeling right now. As the sun goes down, don't nobody know how I'm feeling right now. No one told you to force it like go, try to push shorter, oh, slow it down. I got goals, 20 pounds, what I owe you. I'm sweating like I'm on. Clap your hands if you want, let the world put it on you.
So I think we kind of pretty much finished up with Charlotte, but they do kind of talk about like his family potentially knowing and everything, which we kind of already talked about. But
I was gonna say, because remember, it was revealed that he's juggling 50 women, right?
yeah, we did kind of talk about the 50. You were saying something, yeah, when we cut out.
Yes, I was thinking maybe it's like a bigger scheme, right? Like since his
Maybe.
family's involved, I don't put nothing past them now. Like I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking that if he's juggling 50 women and he's getting money, let's say he's getting money from each of them at different times, it might be enough to sustain them for a while, right? Like
True.
help them buy things, get themselves together, whatever. What if he's presenting as like poor, my family's sick, look at this busted house that we have, whatever. But meanwhile, he's actually living well somewhere else. But this is the house that I show my victims to. This, like, you know what I mean? Or like, it could be a family member's house, whatever, and maybe not necessarily his house, but it's a house that he's going to show to people for sympathy, right? So he can get more money. Meanwhile,
that's a good point.
Somewhere you can't put it past these people. It could be deeper than what they're presenting, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I'm not taking anything at face value with these people. They work hard at the wrong things. Like that's what I feel. You know what I mean? Like
that's how it always is.
Like go sell some banana chips. Look at that other girl's dad.
Look at their house.
Right?
See?
It can't happen. And their currency is probably lower than that of the DR. So
probably.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, we finish up with them. We move on to Jamie and Kathleen. What do you think about Jamie and Kathleen?
They're not gonna last.
Of course not.
He's such a mama's boy. Just him on his own. He's just so awkward. He's such a mama's boy. Kathleen is way too dominant for him. And she also, I don't
But that's what he wants because he wants someone to fill
I
the
can
motherly role.
I can see it. I get it. It's gross. He's gross. His
He's
relationship
gross.
with his mom is too much. Um,
The relationship with his mom and the ex is also too
it's
much.
also too much.
It's all too much.
His mom acting like she don't see the problem or what's the issue. That's my girl.
What's the problem?
Relation-
She's my friend.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
No, you know exactly what you're doing and stop. I don't know.
Yeah. No. And like the other thing too, though, I mean, I don't want to defend Jamie, but ma'am, he didn't cheat on you.
No,
Ma'am,
not.
he never cheated on you. You guys were not together, okay? This is Ross and Rachel. We were on a break.
Rachel. Yeah.
Okay? We
The
were on a
Ross and
break.
Rachel situation.
That's not cheating.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Oh, she's very hypersensitive. Like and not to generalize, but they're all like that. Like they're very sensitive. Like they're very like they take
yes
things
and no,
apart.
though.
Like I don't know.
I've never seen, I mean, yes, they can, like Filipino women can be, but I haven't seen it quite like this. This is to a whole other level.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she should just break up with him. Like, what are you in it for? Just the money? You want to be in control of his paycheck? You want, like, literally, she's just like, yeah, they usually, like, the husbands, they give their wives or their girlfriends their paycheck. Like, what?
I'm shocked she said yes to marrying him. I didn't understand.
I don't understand their relationship because she's gonna let up. She's gonna hold this, you cheated on me over his head.
Forever.
Sorry?
Forever. She's gonna hold it over his head forever.
The relationship with the mom and the ex, like it's just so many things. So it's like, what are you in this relationship for? Like to just remind him of those things? Like what? That's no way for you to live. So then what else are you in it for? The money, the coming to his country? Like what, like I don't understand their relationship, to be honest.
I don't get it.
I don't think he loves her like that. Like I don't see it. I don't see.
No. I think he's in love with the idea.
What he do for him in the mom
aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably all of it. But like, I mean, I think he thinks he's in love with her.
Yeah.
She's not in love with him.
No.
Like that cold ass hello when he first went there to see her. I literally thought something was wrong. Like, I'm like, is she okay? Like, what's going on? Just to kind of find out, like, she was so angry at him.
Yeah.
For cheating on her, quote unquote. Yeah. And it's just like, what?
Yeah.
But even if you felt he cheated on you, you made your choice.
Is that what it was? With her friend?
It was with her friend. Okay. Which, morally speaking, there's so many Asian women in the world. Why did you have to pick her friend?
I think that's probably what most. It's probably not so much act. It's like this with my friend. Like, are you dumb?
But see, that's a two-way street, though.
Yeah.
You can't put all of that on him. You gotta put some of that on your now ex-friend, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his mom is here. Of course she is. And she does not think that he is happy. I don't think he's probably happy either. And she says that she's not impressed with Kathleen. We kind of already know this from the storyline and everything. And we do find out he is still spending money on her, even though he obviously doesn't want everyone to know that he's still spending money on her. Apparently, his mom was testing Kathleen with respect to money, which I don't understand why she is the one that has to do this, but nonetheless.
Well, she's a mama's boy, right? So she's heavily involved in everything. Like she's,
They're on the wrong show, y'all. They need to be on I Love a Mama's Boy. So apparently she set up this plot with respect to something having to do with jewelry and something like that. I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused. But she probably got mad about it, whatever, and she failed the test. That's all I know. So she failed the test. That's all I know. Whatever test this was that his mom put in place, she failed it.
Oh no, wait, she didn't.
Oh, she didn't fail the test.
Didn't.
Right.
She said
I watched this 2 weeks ago.
she placed money somewhere and then they all like walked away or whatever. When she came back to check, the money was still there.
Right.
Yeah,
That
I
is
think
what happened.
like
So she
that.
didn't. But
Yeah.
again, does she think that Kathleen is stupid though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's interesting that you would choose to put money under this whatever to see if
Yeah.
she'll take it. I don't think Kathleen is that stupid.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of, she probably saw it. She probably contemplated, but she
Yeah.
probably realized I'm probably being tested. Like, she's not an idiot.
Yeah. Like, come on.
So, but yeah. So she may or may not be using him for money, but whatever. So apparently, I think the reason his mom is so involved, which I can I definitely understand this. This is your child. He was diagnosed with cancer. I think it was,
Of the blood or something.
yeah, I can't read my handwriting here, but lymphoma is definitely, I can read that. He had blood cancer, which is horrible. And I totally get that. And he had it 2 years ago. He's fine now, but obviously with the thought of like, you might lose your child, like, I get that. I think that's where they got closer, was when he was diagnosed with cancer. He said that they were always close, but they got closer. So yeah, when it comes to the test thing though, we kind of talk about that. Nui kind of says like, you need to let that go. Or Kathleen needs to let that go, or she needs to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Like, if you're going to be with somebody, but you, in your mind, believe they've cheated, in this case anyways, believe they've cheated, then you gotta let it go and move on, or leave if you can't move on. And that's fine either way, I guess. Like, whichever way you go, it's fine. But you can't keep staying and then hold over his head. Stupid.
Yeah. These people have no reason to be together, to be honest. It's a big
No.
Yeah.
No. But apparently, we find out that maybe Kathleen is a little bit of a hypocrite, because apparently she may or may not be involved with some mystery man she claims as a friend, but
I wouldn't put it
maybe,
to be honest. It's like tit for tat is kind of what he was.
She comes across as a person who would do a tit for tat.
Yeah. Which
Hell,
then
I've done tit for tat.
in a relationship, then there's no point of being together. Like,
no,
it's a waste of everybody's time. Like, what are these adults doing? Like, I never understand this.
Yeah. Apparently he's a Filipino man as well. So, I mean, there's also a potential, like, maybe it could be a husband that we don't know about. It's also a possibility.
Oh.
So, yeah, they're quite close is what we hear. They're quite close. He's apparently bought her flowers.
Ah.
My boyfriend doesn't even buy me flowers, but I can tell you this. No other man is buying me flowers either.
Right.
I can buy myself flowers, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. And
so,
hold your own hands.
I can hold my own hand if I need to. So she says that he's married and they're just friends. Question is she married to Kathleen?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they think that, maybe, you could love her, but she is cold, which yes, we've seen her be cold. But he still wants to make it work. Okay. Charlotte says, I don't think that she's into you. I don't think she's into anybody, honestly.
Yeah. Did you notice Charlotte's like the voice of like reason? This horrible thing has happened to her, so now she knows better than everyone.
Basically. It's like, ma'am, ma'am,
just go one side, please, because
man,
too much. Now all of a sudden you have all this knowledge, but in your own relationship at the time, all of this nonsense was happening to you.
All the red flags were showing,
right?
And you ignore them all.
Yeah.
Dumb. Yeah. But next, Tony and Nui.
Lord.
I mean, I like Nui. I can't talk about Tony. Um, but
He
do
is
you have any thoughts and feelings about Tony?
he is vile and he's
Vile.
very just gross. Just gross. And the one scene that comes to mind with two. One where he made her breakfast or food or whatever. I guess in the nighttime, like, oh, have some
Yeah,
cereal. And
eggs. The
he
eggs
made her
comment.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? Just the way that he talks to her, it's so condescending.
Yeah.
It's so gross. It's just disgusting. And then the other time when they had this blowout because he was drunk, I guess, and kind of just crazy. And she went to a hotel
Yeah.
and she came back the next morning and he basically said, "You didn't say hi, get out, come back in, try it again." Like she's a friggin' child.
You wouldn't even do this to a child. I wouldn't
Wow.
even do that to a child.
Wow.
Treating her like garbage.
Yeah. It
It
was
was
really
gross.
disgusting. It was so hard to watch. I had to rewind it because I was like, what? Because I thought I missed something. I'm like, wait, did she do something? And then I rewinded
No,
it. I was like,
she just didn't say hi. She just didn't say hi to him. How dare she just not say hi to him?
wow. And
And
this
at
is a
that point, I
woman
was
that
out.
you brought to your country. She doesn't know anyone. She doesn't know anything. And you made it so that she had to go to a hotel, kicked her out. She's like, you can leave now. Leave and go where? You brought her here.
I'm saying.
I was so
And then you're expecting that she's going to have a good view of England.
exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly. Like I don't know, man. He scares me
He scares
because
me.
I don't know. I don't
I
know if the
mean,
not wanting to have a conversation with him, like I'm not trying to have this conversation on camera. Sir, this is the show.
you're on the
So
show. You applied to be on the show. You're going to
so
have this conversation on camera.
and keep the cameras rolling because I don't trust you with Nui alone
No.
now because you are aggress.
Yeah. It was at that point that everything that followed, I was like, I can't. I don't know why she agreed to marry him.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
And you're going to have this man around your kid. Like, no way. No
There's
way.
kids, right? A boy and
I think she has 2 kids, but they only ever mentioned one kid.
the
Like,
girl. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe the boy's living with the ex-husband.
maybe. I don't know.
Because even when he said like, they're recapping their lives now or whatever, and he's just like, yeah, I take the daughter to school in the morning. I'm thinking, what about the boy? What happened to the boy?
I
The
mean,
boy,
at the end of the day, like, even if like the son doesn't live with you, you still have 2 kids.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's so weird. But anyways, yeah, as I say, all is good now. Sure.
No, I don't believe that. I think he told her, listen, keep that mouth all the way shut, or I'm
yeah,
not giving you allowance. Like, like something.
something.
I don't know.
He
I
has
was
this.
thinking this is kind of like a James Bond suave guy, like what's that guy's name? That guy that jumped on the couch for Katie Holmes.
Oh, Tom Cruise. God.
Yeah, like he's giving me that kind of vibe, and I was just like, okay,
That's why I don't like him.
I
I
don't like him.
cannot stand Tom Cruise. I
I
can't.
can't stand him because everything that I've seen of him, he's a little man, but he got a big ego and he's a friggin' narcissist. And
Yeah.
I don't like him even more because of Leah Remini. And I love Leah Remini. And whatever she says, it's Bible to me. And
Yeah, no,
anyway,
I can't.
I like
I
him.
couldn't with him before Leah Remini came out and with her stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
with him. It
I
was
don't think
from,
I've
it was,
ever watched a movie of his in full.
oh no, I definitely watched movies of his. Like, I loved Cocktail. I loved Jerry Maguire. Like, I loved those movies.
No idea what those are.
Okay.
Any of them.
I loved those movies. I
Mhm.
loved Top Gun. I watched the original Top Gun. Like, I loved the movies. But he is a narcissist, and like I was younger. Like, I can't tell the last time I watched Cocktail. And I don't know if I could watch Cocktail and watch it all the way through. But like, I mean, I don't know. It's just I can't with him. It was from the point where we found out like he doesn't even have a relationship with his daughter. I'm like, no, fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't have a relationship with his daughter with Katie Holmes. Like, he doesn't have a relationship with her
Oh, wow.
because they're not a part of the church. So he doesn't have a relationship with her. Yeah.
Wow.
And he
Anyways.
only seems to have a relationship with his son, his adopted son that he had with Nicole Kidman. But they had 2 kids. and he doesn't have a relationship with the other one. But his son, yes, because he is part of the church.
Ah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Say what you may, Scientology is a cult.
It is.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he has his responsibilities, Tony does. And they did move to Thailand. So, or he moved to Thailand, to say. So he is
I
there.
was a little bit surprised that he
I'm not.
moved
I
over
could
there.
definitely tell that he was perfectly fine moving to Thailand. This whole thing was because of the show. They were never moving to England. They were always going to move to Thailand. She has kids. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So, and he's a little bit of a nomad, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, he has nothing tying him to anything. So
No.
yeah.
He does kind of give his excuses for the reason why he acted the way he did due to his military side. Fuck you. I think it was a year ago. I'm not like that no more, whatever. He does drink, but only a little bit. So because he's kind of controlling the drinking, whatever. So that kind of thing hasn't happened again. And that's basically that. Like, that's it for them because I have nothing more to say about them. Do you have anything more to say about them? Because I could care less.
None.
Okay,
He's
great.
gross, and I think he probably suppressing her
Yeah,
and stifling her.
I
And
wouldn't be surprised. Okay, then we go on break, and Charlotte asks Bright and John, so you heard me, and say I'm talking shit. Like, how do you feel? And John is like, well, I don't think you would have said those things if he was here. And Sam's like, oh no, sweetheart, I will.
well, I mean, what is she gonna do? Retract? Like, she has to stand on it.
And I'm sorry, have you seen Sam in her storyline? She is a
Right.
huge ass bitch. She's gonna say those things.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm gonna piss me pants. Every time I think of her, that's what I remember her saying.
Oh man, I hated her though. And she's like, I talk shit, and she's fine with it. And apparently John says, I've talked shit. Charlotte, I talk shit about Johan. Doesn't matter now. She doesn't care. Talk all the shit. She doesn't care. He's like, Tony, same. Nicole, you seem nice, but I talk shit about you too.
I want to know what was said. What did he say?
First of all, what can you say about Nicole? Nicole's a little dumb, but what can you say about Nicole?
John's looking for a big moment here, and
you're gonna go after the 8-month pregnant woman. What do you think she's going to do? She may not look 8 months pregnant, but she is. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? And he's like, I wanted to, voice my opinions, but you're not voicing your opinions, John. So why are you telling any of us this?
Yeah. He's just saying a whole bunch of nothing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Jamie says to them, you guys have no choice. Funny when you cheated on her. I think it's talking about I think he's talking about Jamie. John's talking about Jamie, saying it's funny like how you like cheated on her, whatever. But I was like, okay, whatever. Then Charlotte comes for Jose. And the whole thing, it's not even just Charlotte, it's all of them are coming for Jose on how he makes money.
Yeah, I didn't
Why
understand.
is that your problem?
Exactly. I didn't get it at all. I was like, what?
It's questionable, sure, but it's not your business.
Exactly.
I mean, he has people on, like, but I'm listening to his music on Spotify. He's making something.
And my kids know I love you cheeking and Pereira, mommy Pereira, right? Right, Seth? See, I taught them.
Yes, exactly.
But sorry. But it's a banger. It really is.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he's on this show. They're one of the most popular couples on the show.
Exactly. So I'm sure he has, like, endorsements, affiliate, and whatever, brand deals and whatever. Don't ask a man how he makes his bread and butter. Like, that's so ridiculous.
Exactly. And it's the same thing with, like, you've had, like, Usman and whatever, and you have these people who've come on the show and do their songs, and it's 6.
Yeah.
You know, like even though if it's, I personally think Jose actually is a better artist than Usman, and if his shit can stick, you know what I mean? Like,
Baby
like,
girl Lisa. He's
well,
more catchy. He's more vibrant.
yeah,
Like,
but that's
I love
exactly a reggaeton is more vibrant to begin with,
Yeah.
anyways, right?
Fill me with love and happiness. You carried my baby in your womb. Like, come on. These are bars, okay? Like, come on. And the tone with it just kills me. Fill
It's a
me.
monotone for me.
I put rose petals on your bed. Like, it's literally a day in the life.
My love story.
Right? Like, it's so good, man.
Oh man.
I love it.
But
Jose.
they say that the music is a hobby, which, yeah, okay, fine. It is a hobby, but Susan,
By the
I'm
way,
casting and it's a hobby,
right?
right?
By the way, sidebar, we were talking about Charlotte calling Johan instead of Johan. But does the other girl call him Jose or Jose?
It's Jose. Louise
So
says Jose.
So then what's Charlotte's problem? Why can't she
But
get
they're
on?
different accents. So we can't really compare the two because they're from different parts of England. Louise isn't, oh, it's, again, I'm a Harry Potter head. You know that there's different accents. So, yeah.
I've only seen the very first Harry Potter movie, and that was it for me.
Oh,
I was like,
ready? Well,
yeah.
So yeah, they say it's a hobby, the music. And then we start talking about how they make money, like I mentioned. And I wrote, like, again, none of your business. Then they got to head to the stage, and Sprite says, I don't like him talking like that to people, talking about John.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. And he's like, why? I'm just voicing my opinions. No, you're not. You're voicing your opinions as a bitchy gay and thinking it's gonna, like, actually do something, sir.
Yeah.
Unless you are a drag queen or Sprite, please stop. Okay. So we're back on set, and the atmosphere is a little different now because everyone's been talking shit. And John is still talking about how they make their money. And I think at this point, Nicole, actually says, like, what's it to you?
Yeah.
You're not supporting them. You're not paying their bills. You're not a part of their life. What's it to you?
And I think John said something about it's not fair. And I'm thinking, what's not fair?
I think because you know why he's saying that? And I think it's something that we see here in Canada as well. You have these foreign people coming in and then not contributing to society. That's where it's coming from. Which I can understand. I can understand. But again, not your problem.
Yeah.
Not your problem.
Right. Would you like to be a complete degenerate and just, you know?
And I think too, because I think Louise is probably on disability because of her rheumatoid arthritis. I think that's what she has. Or does she have fibromyalgia? Fibromyalgia, sorry. So I'm sure she's on disability. So I think that's probably too, she's probably, taking from the government because of that. But she was already doing that before. So what does that matter? Anyway, we talk, Nicole and Taher, again, this is going to be quick because they're happy. It is what it is. They say, or he says that they never pressured her into anything, or he says never pressured her into anything. Tony does ask Nicole, like, have you thought about converting? And I mean, she's talked about it, whatever, but she says yes, like, she's thought about it. Obviously, she doesn't want a household with 2 different religions, but, like, she's kind of just do that on her own time and figure that out. It's not an easy thing. Well, it's easier than converting to Orthodox Judaism for those people who watch Forbidden Love.
I was just gonna say, wow.
It's still not an easy thing to, like, switch religions.
Yeah.
But he basically says, like, he doesn't want her converting just because of him. So I think that's he wants her to convert because she loves the religion.
Well, their religion also mandates that you don't force people.
You can't force them into doing it. Like, it's
the other part.
Yeah, it's forbidden. You can't do that.
Yeah, she's supposed to
willingly do it.
Yeah.
But John in this moment literally says, "So did you just get married because you wanted to have sex?" What the?
Again, he's just trying to stir the pot and have a
If
moment.
they did,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. They're still together, and she's pregnant. So, like, get over it. But Tahir's like, no, no, it's not why. So yeah, it is what it is. But we're done with them. Not much else to say because again, they're happy.
Yeah.
So Sam and Allie, we're gonna talk about them. What do you think about Sam and Allie? Do you think he's scamming her?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you were saying yes, you think he's scamming her.
Yeah, and I think only time will tell on that one. I don't know. I don't see the love there. I don't know.
I was gonna love on either side.
Yeah. I don't get their relationship. Like she's very controlling too. Like all all hours of the day you're on the phone with him, video call, tracking his phone, tracking like tracking. What kind of relationship is this?
No, see,
Like
no.
if you don't trust him across the pond, then how are you going to trust him when he gets there? I can't imagine
It's gonna
how
get worse.
control and monitoring he's going to undergo. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that other couple too from was it the last season? It was the same thing. The one that was in Turkey or whatever. Was it Turkey?
Oh, you are talking Shane and Mert. Is that you're
Yeah.
talking Shane and Mert? Yeah.
Like it's just like it's kind of a lot, but it was mostly on his end, wasn't it?
But
Like
yes, but again, at least I could see that they loved each other.
yeah, I can see that. With these two, I don't see anything that I can say, okay, he definitely loves her. He might look a little sketch, but he loves her. Like I can see it. I don't see anything.
No.
I don't see it.
No.
And it doesn't help that he's just like, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna be like the richest person.
Richest person, which no.
They're like, come on.
No, you're not.
Come on.
Well,
Like,
they got married, y'all.
yes.
And his family paid for everything. That's a shocker.
You know what? I don't think it's that much of a shocker because I was gonna say, okay, then maybe it's not a scam, blah blah blah. But no, like if you want your son to like, if you're convinced that your son is gonna have a better life or go to the UK and be a millionaire because he's got the sauce that everybody doesn't have apparently, and like he's gonna go there and be this rich person and well off. Yeah, sure, yeah, let's invest in our son's dream. Like this is like an investment, it's like a transaction, like
Maybe.
her saying that he paid for it doesn't make me think, oh yeah, it's not a scam because his parents paid for it. No, because as we learned, families can be in on it too.
That's true.
I don't know.
True.
It doesn't make me convinced. Like it doesn't sway me at all. I don't see that these two are in love. And she can bitch and moan all she wants and walk off stage and be like, oh,
Which I don't understand why she did. It was weird.
Fuck this. I'm done with this. They don't give us babe. No, we don't. We don't see it. Where's the love?
I don't see it. He says that I'm not in this for the visa. Okay, sure. And he's like, if it was about that, like I would have married someone older and richer. At least richer.
Somebody dumb like her. Well, which one's easier? Like, waiting for somebody to die so you can inherit their money, or go with somebody who can be a cash cow now and who's stupid and gonna fall for all your shit.
True.
Which is a faster payout.
Yeah, so Charlotte feels like he is using her, but Sam says, I know, how he's moving, because like she's probably tracking him. And and we have like this footage. I don't know why we have this footage of axe throwing, which is fun, whatever. And I think Allie says he doesn't like Nicole. Did I get that right? Oh no, her friend. Sam's friend. Sam has a friend. He doesn't like her.
Yeah. Because the scammer never liked the friends.
Because she knows
tellers.
Exactly. And apparently her friend here has not congratulated them or never will congratulate them on getting married, which is like, I mean, you may not agree with her choices, but you could just say, congrats, whatever, even if it will crash and burn at some point. Sprite asks Allie, what do you like about her? And she says, like, she's lovely, she's beautiful, she's my soulmate. But that's not really answering the
Not
question.
specific to her, though. There are a lot of people who are
No.
this, whatever, whatever. What's specific to her that
Yeah,
you
what
love?
makes her
Yeah.
love, like, wow, what about her that makes you love her? And
Yeah.
you're not answering that question.
Yeah.
Charlotte's over it at this point. She does not uh like she's like, does this look fake to you? Sam asks, and she's like, yeah, it does. It does look fake. And Allie Allie freezes in this moment, obviously, and no like control of his. He can't control he's freezing. And Sam just loses it. She spirals because he's gone, he's frozen. What are you like him to do about that?
Yep. Yeah.
But he does come back. Yeah, he does come back though, and he says, I don't give a shit about Johan. And Sam is like, fuck this. No one gets it. Get me out of here. So she's like ready to dip. And Charlotte goes to talk to Sam and she's like, come back. It's fine. I apologize. And she's like, I do want it to work out for you. But obviously like she can see the signs, but they're married. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, you were married too, but they're married. He doesn't seem to have a cachet of women. So just let it be. And if he is scamming her, and then it'll crash and burn on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Let it happen, I guess. But that's basically it for them. There's not much else to really say.
Yeah.
But then we talk John and Sprite. This is kind of really and truly the last couple that have any like substance to it, I guess, if you want to say. Because Louise and Jose is going to be easy. So, again. So they are still engaged. They are not married, despite I think there's been a lot of rumors that people think they are, but they're not. They're not married. They both just have rings, and that's it. John is like, we do still argue the same amount, about the same things, and it's like, okay, well, if you're still going to be arguing about the same things, like should you guys be getting married? Then I don't know. And they tell them that there has to be some give and take, at least with Sprite, and Sprite treats him like shit. I mean, yeah, because of the whole, like, you need to lose weight. Make me eggs, 2 of them, please, right now. Actually, not even please. He didn't even say please. He said, no, please.
Yeah.
Make me 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Now. And yeah, he does definitely treat him like shit, but John's not innocent either. So, yeah. And then John gets emotional thinking, that, we are right for each other, but I am afraid that we won't make it. If you're fearing you guys are not going to make it, that says something.
Yeah.
And you need to rethink what you're about to do. And John does leave to take a break, and Sprite's ready to keep talking to everybody else, but then everyone says to him, do you want to go after him to make sure he's okay?
Yeah. Well, actually, the host prompted that, which is why I'm saying, like, she's so involved. Like, girl, if you don't want to go check for that man, let him stay where he's at. Like,
yeah, I mean, he was going to keep talking or whatever, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. I do understand, like, your man's crying, so maybe go see how he's doing. You can still finish your thought when you come back. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So he goes and he talks to him. And he says, like, it's fine. We'll be fine. Let's just get through this, blah, blah, like whatever. Like he just gives him the pep talks and whatever. And when they come back, we kind of start talking about Sprite commenting on his weight. And Sprite explains here that growing up, my dad had diabetes. I don't know if he was overweight or anything, but he had diabetes and he passed away due to the diabetes. Probably if he was overweight, I'm going to assume he probably was overweight, and that's what he's kind of getting at here. And he just doesn't want that to happen again. And he doesn't want that to happen to John. And he's very emotional here. He's crying. And I get that. I get you projecting that onto John. And obviously there's the potential that anyone can get diabetes. It doesn't have to be just because he's overweight that he has to have, potentially have diabetes, or that every person who's overweight has diabetes. Like, that doesn't always happen, but I definitely can understand that it potentially could, and he just wants him to take care of himself. I get it.
But it's all in the delivery, right? Like,
yeah, if you just explain that to him, initially,
really like, bro, if you don't lose, let's say 30 to 40 kilos, then we're not getting married. Like
that's not great.
If somebody said that to me, I'm not going to be motivated to marry you either, because that you're showing me your personality, and
then don't marry me.
Yeah, so bye. Instead of saying to me what you just said to the whole world, for the first time, John is probably hearing this. Like, come on, that shouldn't be a
I'm
first.
sure John knows about it to a certain extent, knows that his dad passed away, knows probably why, but doesn't realize, that he's basically
help him.
equating both of it. But they are kind of looking to live in Thailand, which again, not surprised by because he has lived in Thailand before. So
yeah, and he speaks the language, right? Like he's fluent.
I don't know.
Yeah, he said he
said that he was. Then
because even Sprite, when Sprite pulled him backstage and they were having their little pep talk, Sprite was speaking in his native language to him, and he was like, "Yeah."
Oh, I guess I didn't catch that.
Yeah, even in the beginning, isn't that how they met? Like John was a English.
Oh, he was an English teacher. That's right.
But he also knows.
You would have to know how to speak Thai. Yeah, that's true.
I think so.
Okay.
So it was nothing for him to go there.
Nothing for him to go there. No. But that's basically it for them. Let's just kind of talk Louise and Jose real quick, because again, nothing really here to say. Raul's great. And they do kind of talk about how Jesse and Jose are kind of, together now. And, they're fine. They talk. There's communication. It's not like crazy or anything like that before. And Charlotte...
He's an adult too, right? Or is he a teenager?
Jesse,
still?
he's an adult. He's a young adult, but he's an adult, yeah. And Charlotte, he was always adult when they got married. He was an adult,
right?
But Charlotte's like, they're making it work. Yeah. The only hurdle for him, for Jesse, is obviously Jose having a proper job, which I think is understandable.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, he's self-employed. No, he's not. He's not self-employed. He has a hobby, and that's fine. But
yeah. Hey, people get mad rich off hobbies. And you know what? I think this chicken man, he has potential.
Chicken man.
He's lovable. He's gonna make it place. They're gonna see, and they're gonna eat their words when his records is like streaming, and
they get paid from the show too. Like
exactly. This show helps too, right? Like doesn't have a job, but neither does all the millionaires on TikTok. They don't have a real job.
No, they would say that's their job,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Anyway,
well, but then we have the exclusive, the new song, Real Life. Song's great. We're having fun. This is where we talk about Sprites twerking, and and it's fun.
Yeah, it ended on a good note, and John baked a cake. Right?
And John baked a cake.
Good.
It looked a lot better than the first one. So
did you see the host cut right into it? It had the layers.
Layers.
And
like
good. Been practicing.
You have been practicing.
Yeah.
Poor Allie wanted some cake but can't have any.
Why? Oh, yeah, right.
But otherwise, that's the show. That's the episode. That's the season. Season was pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
this season. Yeah. I wish they had, I know they wanted to bring back Chicken Man and Mrs. Chicken, but like, I wish they brought back like the Iranian guy and that lady. I want to see what the hell is going on with that.
Iranian guy.
The one that wouldn't even like he called his mom like right when they were signing the papers.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Oh yeah.
Even Mert and what's her face?
I think Shane and Mert. I'm surprised Shane and Mert didn't come back this season.
Yeah.
I'm actually really shocked that they didn't come back this season.
I want to see them. I love them. I
like them. Yeah.
Even with the chaos of it all. I still something about them. I like them.
They were in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a very fierce love going on there. I like that. And yeah, I want to see the
They kind of needed to replace the lovable, like the really beloved couple, because obviously with Katie and Alejandro, that didn't work out. So that's why they had Jose and Luis. But it's just like, you could have given us Shane and Mert. Like, we like them.
Katie and Alejandro didn't work out. That surprised me.
And she's pregnant, like, or she had the baby already. She had the baby. Yeah, and it says
that I didn't know.
And he wants nothing to do with the kid.
What?
Yeah.
What happened with them? Listen, when it rains on your wedding like that, that's a sign right there. Like they had a horrible storm on their wedding. Like
they were so happy. I don't know what happened. I think there's been speculation that he might have cheated on her, but she hasn't really confirmed or denied.
Really? Because he was thick on her. Like it was, I was like, there's no way. Like, I'm all in. They love each other. Like,
yeah.
Supposed to show you, like, you can still be surprised. You can watch all the series. You can watch every season and still get surprised by some of these couples that you think.
I don't care what happened with them, but for you to say, I want nothing to do with my kid.
Yeah.
You're garbage in my book.
Yeah.
You were married when she got pregnant. Like, come on. That's a child that was made out of love, and you want nothing to do with. Sick.
I didn't even know she.
But that's what happens. He's not one of a kind. Like even like with Jen with Bachelorette, same thing. Like how does a father decide? I don't want to be a husband. I don't want to be a father anymore. Like you don't get to decide. You can decide not to be a husband, but you can't decide to not be a father. Like that's not something you just choose to not do. Because a mother can't choose to do that. Choose, otherwise. So why do men feel that they can just do that? It's like, anyways, I'm gonna come off my soapbox. But yeah, well, thank you for coming on.
Good. Yeah, when the kids cooperate, I'll be on.
And we'll try to get you on The Bachelor because again, we're heading into hometowns next week. I haven't seen this episode yet, but I've been spoiled. And
I would want to be on that one to discuss because I remember last time
the hometowns.
We were impressed. No, the one that aired just yesterday.
Oh, you want to go on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to still do the notes. I haven't watched it yet, but I still have to do the notes for it. So if you,
because I remember you were impressed by her, and I was saying I'm really not. That episode, I was impressed by her.
Okay.
But it took me like 6, 7, 8 episodes.
I mean, I was a little bit
like, okay, girl.
I was a little bit unimpressed with. I mean, it's hard to control your emotions, but with the last episode, not this episode, not yesterday's, but last week's, when it's like somehow she can twist Austin leaving about her not being good enough, and it's like, girl, he didn't feel good enough. Like, I understand, like, you can't control your emotions, but like, how can you be so upset about this guy when you haven't really given him the time of day in the same way you have with everybody else? Like, that part of it was like, what's happening here? But yeah. So if you like what you heard, please rate, review the podcast on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Also, don't forget that you can also share us with everyone in your life if you really love this. And I do want to read those reviews. I'm definitely getting 5-star ratings, but I want to read those reviews. So send me those reviews and I will read those 4 and 5-star reviews on the podcast. Also, we're on every one of your favorite podcast apps. every one of them, including you can find us on YouTube at Reality Tea Times 2. If you want to connect with us, you can do so by going to either Facebook or Instagram at Reality Tea Times 2. You can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit at Reality Tea Times 2 Pod. We also have our email, which is at realityteatimes2 at hotmail.com. Definitely want to hear from you guys. And we also have our new website where you can listen to all of these episodes. You can review the podcast on there as well. You can connect with me in any way, all the stuff. It's all there, and you can find me there at www.realityteatimes2, all spelled out, .podpage.io. It's there. And don't forget, I also have my other podcast with my friend Mikkel, Next Take Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of different topics. But you can find us on any of your favorite podcast apps over there as well. Or you can also go to YouTube, and you go to Next Take Podcast, as well as our website, which is solo.to/Next Take Podcast. So yeah, there's that, and that's basically that. And again, don't forget, if all of this information is overwhelming, we do have all of the links, everything in our show notes. But that is it for now, guys. Thanks. Bye.